Hi, Dave. I wanted to take a moment and just thank you for all of your years of service to Face It Together and advancing our mission. I have so enjoyed getting to know you and working with you for this past year. I often share with people how I could not have asked for a better orientation to Face It Together than on my third week on the job, taking a road trip across the state of South Dakota and spending 10 plus hours in the car learning and listening from to you and learning from your perspective and your experience. It certainly helped make my time here at Face It Together much more successful. You have made a tremendous impact on how people think about and take care of people with addiction and their loved ones. You have um, left your mark that will be felt and experienced for many more years. I will miss seeing you at the center so much. Your smile and your contributions in meetings. It will make a hole in what we do here. But I wish you nothing but the best in your retirement. I hope that you are able to pursue all of your passions and find great joy. Um, Again, thank you for all that you have done for making Face It Together what it is today and for helping educate people on addiction and helping people to better understand how to approach it in a better way, including myself. Thank you, Dave.
Hi. So I heard from a little bird in South Dakota that you are finally retiring, Mr. Dave Jansa. Congratulations, retirement part 2, if I remember correctly. I hope it sticks this time. I'm glad, though, that you had a second act of retirement with Face It Together because you being on the team at Face It Together Sioux Falls was phenomenal, and I learned so much from you, and we have our funny experiences of traveling. We had the amazing experience of going out to Hutterite Colony together, and you were the driving force behind the golf tournament, and I always appreciated your humor and how dedicated you were to everybody, just you were dedicated to everybody, and I appreciate that. So best of luck. Enjoy your retirement. I hope there's lots of sun and golfing and hanging out with Becky, the fabulous Becky Jansa. And also great times with those grandbabies. Take care.
Hey Dave, how's it going? Just want to tell you how much you've meant to me as far as being a fellow employee over the years. I love some of our discussions. I love one thing I really like about you is that, we can have discussions and you can have your opinion and I can have mine and, we can just get on about our business. Doesn't mean we have to agree on everything, and that's okay. You've been a significant component. We faced it together through all these years with the golf events for raising money. Obviously, the loved one took off, and will continue to flourish. And you've been a joy to have as a friend and as a colleague. Try not to get too bored with all this time you're going to have on your hands. Sounds like you're going to have some things to do to keep you busy. But, maybe we can have some lunch every now and then. But I wish you the best, and take care, brother. Bye.
Dave Jansa, on behalf of the board of directors of Face It Together, thank you. I think back on all that we have accomplished over the last 10, 11 years, and you were there at the very, very beginning when we were holding the town hall meetings. I think I may have even met you the first time on the stage of the Washington Pavilion when we had that very first gathering with the community. Dave, our core competency is our coaching. And in order to do that effectively, we needed a standard, a gold standard, and you were the person who set that standard. And it's because of your experience, because of your empathy, because of your caring heart, that we have been able to literally save lives and also provide so much guidance and comfort for loved ones as well. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you for all you have done for Face It Together, for our clients, for their families. You are a class act, my friend, and we feel so proud and so grateful for having walked the path together. Don't be a stranger. We know you won't, but thank you for all you have done for this community and especially for the recovery community. God bless you.
Hello, Dave Jansa. Congratulations on finally getting to retire. I'm going to miss you. You have been along the way for every part of my journey at Face It Together. You were there when I first came in for volunteer training all that time ago. You were the first person who laid out what the organization was about and what we did and basically how to do it. You've always been there as a resource, and nobody knows more about the subject and where to look and what to read. You've always been there for very interesting and lively conversations in the office as we have debated everything from, everything that we've debated. But you've been a great colleague and a great mentor and a great leader, and I'm going to miss you. You leave a hole, as everybody knows, and that probably won't be filled for a while yet. I guess somebody will raise into the position, but I know for a while it's going to take some adjustment. In any case, thank you for everything, and have a great summer and a great retirement, and I know you won't be a stranger, and best of luck to you and everything. But thank you for everything.
Congratulations on your retirement, Dave. You've definitely deserved it. Thanks so much for everything you've done for Face It Together, what you've done for loved ones. I've always enjoyed getting to talk with you, no matter the topic, and you were so helpful when I was putting together my thesis. Yeah, you'll definitely be missed, but I'm sure we'll cross paths plenty of times in the future. Take care.
Congratulations, Dave, on your hard-earned retirement. We often talk about how fate brought us to Face It Together as employees, but I would say that it was definitely fate that brought me to meeting you at the certain time in my life when it was most important. And I would say, too, that I have the opportunity to be one of the few, or possibly the many, that have started crying within minutes of meeting you. So thank you for that, Dave. Thank you so much for teaching me so many things throughout the years about so many different things, but especially for teaching me how to be a better parent to Caleb. And I am very grateful that you have always taken my phone calls and texts during those most crisis moments when things were just getting very, very hard. And just remember, Dave, that I still have your phone number on speed dial, so you're only going to get rid of me if you change your phone number. Thank you again, Dave, and I just really hope that you enjoy your amazing retirement. Spend lots of time with the grandkids, get lots of golf in, but especially spend lots of time with your beautiful wife. Take care.
Hello, Dave. Congratulations on a long and successful career in many things. I know that one of your highlights throughout all of your accomplishments will be training me, making me into the best coach that you have. But seriously, though, you're one of my best friends. I love you, and you have made such a big difference in my life. You made me who I am today. But that's a good thing, and you should be. I hope you can be proud of that. You've always been there for me, and I know you always will be. And I love you so much, and I am glad that I won't have to help you fix stuff on Welkin anymore or Salesforce, but I'm sad to see you go professionally. But I know we'll be in each other's lives for a long while to come. Mwah! Au revoir.
David Whitesock. I remember that day, and I can't even tell you the year, it was so long ago, but I remember the day when you came into my office at the University of South Dakota, that I had seen you biking around campus, and I was curious as to who you were and what you were up to. And I know you were hanging around the Volato office at that time as well. And you'll recall that you came into my office and we had a heart-to-heart conversation that day, David. Even at that time, you expressed some of your hopes and dreams for really turning your life around. And wow, what a job you have done, my friend, in returning to school, in going on to law school, in doing a remarkable job of not only overcoming some pretty serious issues, but also providing a real example to others now of how we should live and act. I also remember the day you came into my office after you were finishing up law school, and you asked me if I knew Kevin Kirby. And I said, well, I certainly did. And you told me you had an appointment with Charlie Day and Kevin Kirby to talk about an opportunity with Face It Together. And I was delighted then that you were being considered for position. And that was 7 years ago. And we know how that interview turned out. You have raised the bar for us here at Face It Together, David. And we know that there's a lot more great work that's going to be done. But it is because of your heart, your head, your professionalism, your incredible empathy. We treasure you as a friend, as a colleague, and we so admire all you have done for Face It Together and for the entire recovery community. So God bless you, and best wishes in your future endeavors, which we know are going to keep you in close contact with Face It Together for a long, long time. Take care, David.
Hi, David. Congratulations on this hard new adventure before you. I definitely know all the hard work and the many, many hours that you put into what you've been doing here at Face It Together, and it's exciting to see this come to fruition for you. I am so grateful for the opportunity to get to work with you for the past 5-6 years. I'm especially grateful for the chance to have these very intellectually deep and expansive conversations early in the morning with you at the downtown office when nobody else was there early in the morning. I miss those the most when you moved to Denver. I have never been challenged as much by a coworker as I have been by you. And while it was frustrating at times, I'm sure that you remember the phone call with me screaming at you. I have really embraced these opportunities to learn a lot about myself, to learn how I actually fit into Face It Together and the work that we were doing, but most importantly, to really understand my own philosophy related to evaluation. So while they were challenging and frustrating, I am so grateful for that, David. I really learned a lot from you along the way. I wish you nothing but the best of luck. I am so grateful that you shared Jefferson with me and my family for many years and the times that he came and hung out with us. Thank you for that. I look forward to watching your career as it unfolds, and I'm sure that there will be many opportunities for you and myself to talk again in the future. Take care.
Hello to Mr. David Whitesock. Thank you. This is hard to make because I actually am really kind of sad that we didn't get to know each other better. So when I'm making a video for you and I want to thank you and congratulate you and wish you the best, it's absolutely true. I just wish I knew you a little better. But one thing I absolutely do know is that I hope you realize the deep impact that your creation, the RCI, and your contributions to Face It Together, I hope you know how much of a difference they have made to, at the very least, all of the clients that I've worked with. Just the other day, I was talking to a loved one, and everything's going fine. Her son is still deep in his addiction, but her life is getting better. No worries on that front. Everything else is fine. I look over at her RCI score, and she took it honestly, thank goodness. And her mental and emotional health, way low. And I just mentioned it casually. I'm like, what's going on here? It looks really low, and that, doesn't jibe exactly with what you're telling me. And she broke down. She's been drinking excessively lately, and you've made me a better coach by sticking to that process, but also by learning how and when to reach deep and define those things in my clients. So again, I do wish you the best. I do congratulate you. I do wish that we'd known each other better, because I feel like I could have learned a lot more from you. But I do want to thank you so much for the difference that you've made in my clients' lives, these people that I carry very close to my heart. I know you do yours as well. Thank you and all the best.
Hi David, wanted to say thank you and good luck. It's hard to picture Face It Together without you, and I still remember that first email from you introducing me to Face It Together, and we met for coffee on USD's campus a few weeks later. Actually, that's one of the first entries in a gratitude journal that I just finished, so that was pretty cool to see. And so I really, really appreciate that introduction to you and to the organization. It's definitely changed my life, and I'm sure you'll continue changing lives at Commonly Well and getting the RCI out to a wider range of people. Thanks so much, David.
Right. Also here to say best wishes to Mr. David Whitesock. I remember when I first interviewed with Face It Together Sioux Falls, and David was part of that whole process. And it was so funny because when he called me and left a message to say I got the job, I was like, woo! So David Whitesock, you were always associated with that transition in my life. And I appreciated that you all saw something in me and gave me that chance. And it was so much fun to work with you. And I will always and forever associate your dog with George Jefferson. I just will. So enjoy your new adventures, take good care, and keep doing your thing. I know you will.
Hey, David. What's up, bro? I have to tell you, I really admire you as an individual person. Yeah, you've made a tremendous impact on fit as we know today. Started from so long ago. We've improved. We've gained ground. We've made some detours here and there, but we always managed to get back on the road to the journey of helping people find happiness in their life. One of the things that I miss about you is when you were in the Sioux Falls area, you stopped by the office and we'd have these impromptu discussions. That's one thing I've always missed about you when you first moved to Denver. I hope that you find what other components of wellness and addiction and what they may look like for you down the road. I'm sure you're very happy to be in the same state and same house as your wife. Yeah, I'm very proud of what you've done for the organization, David. I want you to know that. And keep on doing it, bro. Keep on doing it. See ya.
David, I am so excited for you and this new adventure. I cannot think of a better person to go out and tell the world about what an awesome instrument the Recovery Capital Index is and what it can do to help measure the progress and the wellness of individuals in society. I will miss your vision. You always have such great big thoughts, always pushing us to take things to the next level, to always try to be more. Your dedication to the work that we do is unbelievable. You have dedicated a great amount of your time and effort and energy, and have really helped make our coaching program what it is today, along with obviously the development of the Recovery Capital Index. I am going to miss having you here to be a sounding board. I have relied on you a great deal over this past year, and I appreciate all of your insight and advice and wisdom. And I really have enjoyed getting to know you even more this past year, and getting to work so closely with you. It's been really great. And I wish you nothing but the best on this new adventure. And I really look forward to working with you closely as you continue to push the Recovery Capital Index out into the world. I'm excited to see the outcome of this next chapter, and I wish you all the best.
Hi, everybody. It's Jim. I am so happy to have this chance to honor David and Dave as David flies even higher into exciting adventures and Dave retires. Again, sort of. Both David and Dave have spent many lifetimes exploring, experiencing, surviving, teaching, coaching, researching, analyzing, and giving their all to the field of addiction. You both have created groundbreaking tools and methods that save lives. Our world is way better because of you both, and I am in awe of you both. Dave, my son is named David. Some of his friends call him Dave, or Davis. David wrote the Psalms. Dave Chappelle is funny. David Bowie was Ziggy Stardust. Then there's Dave Matthews, David Beckham, David Spade, David Crosby. But another one of my favorite Davids is Letterman. So, in the spirit of David Letterman, let's do a top 5 list for Whitesock and a top 5 list for Jansa. First, here is the top 5 things I have always wanted to say to David Whitesock. Number 5, journalism, law, history, behavioral health, public health, innovator, social entrepreneur. David, why so one-dimensional? Give nuclear engineering a try. Number 4, Jefferson is a dog. Number 3, you prove to the world that a very smart man can come from North Dakota. Number 2, Biden, Whitesock, 2020. And the top thing I have always wanted to say to David Whitesock, I love you like a brother. A little brother. A little brother who married way up. Okay, and now, here are the top 5 reasons that Jansa might actually retire this time. Number 5, he plans to open a kombucha store. Number 4, he is looking forward to spending more time shopping for walk-in tubs. Number 3, he has been invited to appear in Dancing with the Stars. Number 2, he is trying to qualify for the golf tour, the senior golf tour. And the top reason that Jansa might actually retire this time, 2 words, Walmart greeter. Love you, Dave. Now, both of you, David and Dave, I know you will continue to save many, many lives. Diane and I and our whole family wish you both the very, very best.